In the fall of 2014, the Graduate Center and the City University of New York launched an ambitious new program called the Futures Initiative, dedicated to innovation and equity in higher education. Mapping the Futures of Higher Education was the first graduate course offered by the program. 12 graduate students in 9 different fields were selected for this class. Co-taught by Futures Initiative Director Kathy Davidson and President Emeritus William Kelly. Designated as Futures Initiative Teaching Fellows, the graduate students were currently teaching or directing a program at one of CUNY's 4-year or community colleges, reaching 350 undergraduates across 9 campuses. Throughout the semester, the teaching fellows co-designed the syllabus and pedagogical methods for their own course, and then applied these learning principles in their undergraduate classrooms. An online tool developed by the Futures Initiative team allowed the undergraduates to communicate across their classes and campuses, and to offer feedback on these innovative teaching methods. And together, the undergrads and their teaching fellow professors worked on the CUNY Maps of New York, a collective project honoring the excellence and diversity of the nation's largest public urban university. We'll now take you on a brief tour of our partnering campuses, narrated by the 12 Futures Initiative Teaching Fellows and accompanied by a slideshow of favorite images of CUNY.
The motto of Borough of Manhattan Community College is "Start here, go anywhere." My 21 chemistry students contributed to the CUNY Maps of New York by showing where they hope their education will take them.
Nearly 2,500 students enroll in BMCC's e-learning courses each semester. By showing the geographic distribution across more than 200 zip codes as a part of the CUNY Maps of New York, the program will be able to provide better support services to students living far from campus.
The 27 art history students at Brooklyn College, New York City's first public co-ed liberal arts school, explored the history of art and architecture using the museums, visual media, and built environment of New York City as primary resources.
"27 child studies students contributed to the CUNY Maps of New York by creating a survey to highlight the life barriers of CUNY students.
Did you know that almost half the students in the 2014 class at Kingsborough Community College were first-generation college students? My 54 students in freshman composition engaged in student-centered research projects that focused on the value of truth and the essence of research.
Queens College is proud to educate more teachers than any other college in the New York City region. The 23 students in the peer-driven Introduction to Narrative class helped each other learn how to think critically and communicate creatively about histories of political resistance, education, inequality, and racial justice.
Since more than half of the students at Queens College were born outside the U.S., my 20 first-year writing students explored literacy narratives created by an internationally diverse group of writers, including Frederick Douglass, Gloria Anzaldúa, Mike Rose, Virginia Woolf, Amy Tan, Sherman Alexie, and Alison Bechtel.
The Bridge to College and Careers program at LaGuardia Community College uses contextualized curriculum in health, business, and science to help students earn their diplomas, explore career fields, and map out their college and career goals.
The students at John Jay have met a variety of speakers, including the director of Mozilla's Open Science Lab, the head of mobile development at Stack Exchange, the owner of the most popular programming website, and have learned to contribute to free and open source projects using Git.
Hunter College's theater department was recently gifted $15 million for its very own building on East 67th Street. 34 students taking Introduction to Theater learned fundamentals of theater and how to write about performance while taking advantage of the amazing performances happening every day in New York City.
By some estimates, 15% of Hunter's undergrads will take the Greek and Latin roots of English course during their college career. The 55 students in my class learned to identify the building blocks of over 60% of the vocabulary of the English language.
The oldest of CUNY's colleges, City College was the first free public institution of higher education in the U.S. Through the lens of Western art music, the 27 students in Introduction to Music learned new ways to think, talk, and write about music's aesthetics and social functions.
The innovative pedagogies offered by the Futures Initiative have inspired the 35 students taking my undergraduate course to conquer their fear of science, to succeed beyond their wildest dreams, and to have a good time while doing it. The graduate and undergraduate students in mapping the futures of higher education have demonstrated the power of peer learning, collaboration, and public engagement. 35 of this year's undergrads, that's 1 in 10, have been accepted as peer mentors for next year's program. They will join a new cohort of more than 60 Futures Initiative teaching fellows who will be reaching 1,500 undergraduates. These graduate and undergraduate CUNY students are pioneers. Together, they're mapping a compelling vision for higher education. It's an inspiring mosaic and promises a very bright future for our students, our city, and our society.